Well, looks like we're getting another Monster Hunter Wilds beta, which is very, very cool, and I'm very excited to play it. And even Gypsados is back, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't like him. I really don't. But it's cool that he's back because he looks good in Wild. So I'm wondering what new things are gonna add to him, and give to him to make him actually like a lot cooler. Because he was kind of just like a flashbang monster and a play dead monster. That was kind of it. Which the mechanics were cool for the time, but it's like, you know. And he looks lame to me. Like there's better, cooler bird wyverns in the series, like Kurapeka, which I think is like the pinnacle besides Youngaroot or whatever. But that's besides the point. We're getting the beta, but I think there is a bigger question that needs to be asked actually, which is where's the next trailer at, dude? We got about a month, brother, until the game comes out. And I bring this up because they've only showed technically a total of 3 maps, and I feel as if that isn't the extent. Now, I don't mind them not showing every monster in the game. I actually like that because we don't know who's in the game. Like, we know Rathal's in the game, Raytheon for sure, and a few classic monsters, but that is it, the extent. So, I feel as if we're missing a trailer because 3 maps, but I feel as if there's a 4th one at least. And if it is not a snow map, the only thing I can think of is marshlands, or potentially like a new creation type of deal, like for instance like a Rodden Vale, if you will, that's like unique in its way, or a Coral Highlands that's unique in its own way as well. Because we haven't had a trailer in 2 months at least, like since the Black Flame trailer, which showed the volcano map, or kind of like lava fire map essentially. It's been 2 months and we haven't had a new one recently, and I've kind of been waiting. Like, you would think they would have showed it at the Game Awards because all the eyes, stuff like that, but then again, they have to pay to do that technically in a sense. And Okami was obviously, I'm not saying it's bigger than Monster Hunter because I don't think it is, but it's like a huge thing that's coming back, and freaking Onimusha too. So they already had their 2 things already in there, which makes sense for them to have more eyes on those games because they're coming out in like 2026 or whatever. So that makes sense. But that begs the question, when are we gonna get like the next trailer that's very, very important to the game, like a map of some sort? Because I say there's only 2 trailers because you need like one that, you know, goes over a map, because I just don't think realistically there's 3 maps. It doesn't make any sense unless they're hiding the 4th map, which is fine, it is what it is. But it feels like there's a missing thing compared to like how they did it with the other games. So they kind of showed literally almost everything. They're not showing it this time, which I do appreciate in a sense, but I feel as if there's nothing to bite on per se. So maybe this beta is something to bite on until the game comes out because they don't want to show us it, or I don't know. Because the final trailer, that is gonna have to happen because that's how you sell a game. Essentially, the final trailer essentially is the amalgamation of everything they've shown and a little bit more, like just a little bit. Like say for instance, even if you didn't like MK1 or whatever, for example. In that trailer, they showed Reiko, like he was playable. We didn't know he was in the game unless you looked at a leak or whatever, but it was just like, oh, he's in the game too. Like, it's just like an add-on of some sort. It kind of puts the package all together. And for like the Monster Hunter Wild story, the hunters, the monsters, the maps, so will they show it there or will they not show it, or what? Because I feel as if they're hiding so much, because at this point in time, they have to be polishing the game, because I feel as if the game is done, but they're just trying to get stuff ready, make it look good. So they're just like, putting it down, like, just making it a little pretty nice. And obviously the beta is going to help with the network, stuff like that. So it helps it in this way, because from my understanding in the beta, we don't even get like the new stuff they were talking about that they changed, because they did change some stuff, like where's this for Sword and Shield, intake glaive, and weapons, and just a whole bunch of other stuff. So it's like they're not adding it to this. They're just doing it just for us to bite on until we get that, either the game or like a final trailer or something, because we don't have anything. And I'm not saying this is a bad thing necessarily. I think it's kind of a good and bad depending on who you are as a person, because since there is nothing to really see, like what's in this game, it's kind of like we know a good I want to say 25%, but we don't know literally 75, if that makes sense. We don't know a lot, which is good, like exciting, because you get to explore it yourself, but also for those who want to know what's in the game, kind of bad. So it's kind of a double-edged sword. Me personally, I don't mind not knowing fully what's in the game, because for example, when it comes to monsters, when World showed every monster, I was not really surprised by anything. So like, I already knew this, I already knew that, I already knew this, I already knew that. The only thing I didn't know was like, what is Valhazard going to look like, what's the final monster, and Basilgeuse, whatever you want to say. And when I didn't know about him and he just showed up around, I thought it was the coolest thing in the game. I'm like, this dude's amazing, and we're talking about Base World specifically. So it's like, I have appreciation for just not knowing in a way. Like, knowing things is cool, but you don't really see me, or I haven't made any videos or just talked about the gameplay that is shown recently about the basil or basin map. I forget what it's called, but I've not covered that or any of the gameplay for that because I haven't looked into it myself because I don't want to know about it. I'd rather just experience myself and not see how monsters fight. I'd rather learn it myself because the trailers are a good introduction to show a little bit, but not everything. I don't want to know all the mechanics. I don't know what everything looks like. I just want to do that myself. So in a way, I can understand why they haven't really shown us anything because I think they want for us to explore it when we get the game in our hands, like the full game. But maybe there is nothing else per se, but I really do think they're hiding a lot more than what we have seen. I feel as if there's some crazy stuff they haven't shown, like maybe even just new monsters that are just like early too that they just have not shown. I feel as if. I could be wrong, but it really does feel like we're missing a map, and it feels like we're missing a lot of monsters. And obviously there's returning monsters, and there's going to be probably even more new monsters. We just haven't seen it yet. So that's just my opinion so far. But either way, what do you guys think down below in the comment section? Do you think that they're hiding a lot more than, you know, what they've shown? Because that's what I personally feel as if, and I don't think it's a bad thing, me personally, but maybe you might think otherwise, or maybe you don't think they're not hiding anything at all, and like, hey, this is just the full game, this is what we have. Me personally, I just disagree. There has to be way more monsters than what they're showing, and I just think there's probably another map, or maybe even two. I really don't know, but I don't know. But like I said, let me know down below in the comment section, and if you like the video, I appreciate you. If you subscribed, I appreciate you very much too as well. And I hope you guys have a great day, a great night, a great noon, or whatever time period you guys have, man. And I'll see you guys in the next video.